Hey, Coach, man, what time is it?
Oh, Slim, you know what time it is. 6 o'clock. Straight up and down. It's HomeSpun Sports with Coach John Montgomery. Sports talk with a twist of down-home wisdom. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Once more and again, you've tuned in to HomeSpun Sports. It's Sports Dog with just a twist of down home wisdom. I am your host, John W. Montgomery II. They call me Coach back there in good old Oklahoma. They call me John too. But I'm right here in good old Houston, Texas, way up there in good old Dale City, Oklahoma. The man who handles all the production, the man behind the glass, the last P in the shell, my baby boy. What's up, Mildred? What's up, Mildred Marinette Montgomery, a.k.a. Slim. What up,
Slim, Mr. Glass, whatever you want to call me, Coach. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Man, good to see you, dude. Good to see you, man. Slim, episode number 14. This episode is dear to my heart because our very special guest is a very special man. He is my good and dear friend. When I think of our very special guest, one word comes to my mind: unsung.
Untold. Unsung.
Okay.
By the way.
He has done it all. He has done it all in college football. Okay. Played with some of the best, coached with some of the best, SWAC, MEAC, Power 5, head coach in a SWAC school, head coach in a SIAC school. There ain't nothing this brother has not done in football. He resurrected my coaching career. This brother is not only my good and dear friend, Slim, this guy is my twin. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please make welcome my partner from Show Enough way back in the day, Coach John Hendrick.
John, how you doing, brother?
Man.
Two twins, okay. Two Johns.
No doubt. That is my guy right there. That's my guy. Oh man. Slim. 48. So it's 1985. 1985, I just get the tight end job at the University of Pittsburgh. Okay. I show up at the football office and it's January. Everybody's on the road recruiting. All the full-time assistants are on the road. And I'm at the football office, nobody there but the GAs. And John Hendrick is a GA. The friendship, we were like peas and carrots from the minute I walked in that football facility. No doubt.
And we've been boys well over close to 50 years, right, John?
Been a long time, man. I don't recount. Because then it tells me my age. I'm trying to forget.
Hey, listen, man. We go back a minute. Me and this brother go back a minute, man. Our wives, my wife Andrea's a Zeta, his wife Kathy's Zeta, and so we go back. He knew Trey when he was a toddler.
We're a little fat little boy.
Yeah. Amber, his daughter, and right. John Melvin, I remember well when they were born. Me and this brother go back a minute. But John, man, thanks so much for coming on.
No, I appreciate having the opportunity, John. Just to, I watch your show every chance I get, and I'll tell you what, you guys do a great job, man. I'm really proud of what you guys are doing, and I'm just hopeful that it blows up so big, man, that I just hope you don't forget me when it does.
Never that, Coach.
Hardly.
Never
Hey, 48 Oakville Court was our address.
Yeah, that was the place.
Slim, we were roommates. Yeah, 48 Oakville Court. I'll never forget that, but I digress. No question.
No doubt.
So,
right. Yeah, let's forget it.
So, Coach, when you came to the University of Pittsburgh from Camden, New Jersey,
Right.
In 1978,
Right.
playing for the great Dan Marino.
Played with Dan Marino.
Hugh Green, Ricky Jackson, Russ Grimm,
Right.
Jimbo Covert,
Right.
and then you was coached by Jackie Sherrill.
Right.
Your position coach was Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
That's crazy, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, we had it was a tremendous staff. Now, you think about the people who were on that staff. You had Dave Wanstad, you had Pat Jones, you had Joe Moore, you had Foge Fazio, Joe Pendry. I mean, it was a staff that was well put together, and there's a lot of good football coaches.
ESPN, Mark May.
Right.
On that was your teammate, Chris Dolman. Dolman was your teammate. Yeah. John, everybody that I named, if they're not in the college football Hall of Fame, they in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Right.
Some both.
And some of them were both.
Right.
Wow, man. Wow.
It was a heck of a ride, man. I was really blessed to play on a great team like that, and to play with those guys and have an opportunity to really play. I came out of Camden. I wasn't quite sure when I was coming out of high school how really good I was. Matter of fact, one of my coaches told me, I think this is what drove me, because one of my position coaches told me in high school he thought I was getting over my head going to Pitt to play.
Okay.
And so, I had to prove to him that he was wrong.
Okay.
And, I had a chance to play as a redshirted freshman, and I started as a redshirt sophomore on that team, on the 1980 team.
But now, back it up just a little bit, John. Mm-hmm. At Woodrow Wilson High School,
right?
Cam, you blocked for a pretty good running back.
Yeah, Heisman Trophy winner. yeah. Mike Rozier. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go to that one.
So you was in some fast company before you got to Pitt.
Yeah, I say I've had a fairy tale life. I tell God all the time, it's amazing how my life has transpired and things that have happened in my life. I'm just thankful to have been on the path that I'm on and been able to do some of the things that I've done in my life. And I just thank God all the time for it, because it's been an amazing journey.
It's been a journey, man. No question, man. So, John, man, you get into coaching. Who were your influences early? A lot of people don't know this. Slim, the number one offensive line unit in D1 football is distinguished by winning the Joe Moore Award. Okay? Joe Moore recruited you.
Right.
Okay. But John, who were some of your influences?
Well, John, Coach Sherrill, obviously, and then Joe, and then I had you, man. John, you came into my life when I was just getting started in coaching. You had been in coaching a minute, and you really did help me over some rough stuff. Matter of fact, you made a decision for me to go take a job at Southern University, and I met my wife on an interview. Yeah, which is an amazing story, because I was torn between going to UMass, I think, at the time, and then. Or going to the University of Pittsburgh. Southern University. You said, John, you need to go to the South. You need to experience HBCU football. And I went. I did it. Like I said, I met my wife. And my career has been, and it was a blessing for my career to experience, especially later on when I decided to come back into the HBCUs, because it gave me an early experience dealing on that level. And, and that was invaluable. And it was at a great place at Southern University. And you basically made that decision for me.
Right quick, Slim. Just Slim, so you know and our audience knows. So we're at the National Coach Convention. It was in Dallas, Texas, and we're going out to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium for an affair, chili, ribs, the whole spread. The Cowboys are putting it on. And all these college coaches, it's 5,000 to 7,000 coaches at the AFCA, and we're all going out to the Cowboy facility for this social, big barbecue. And I'm standing outside, flagging down a cab, and Otis Washington, then head coach at Southern University, is getting in the cab, and I recognize Otis. He saw me. Hey, Montgomery. I said, man, come on, let's split a cab right out there. So we get in the cab, Slim, and I said, hey, Otis, man, you interviewed a dude named John Hendrick for that O-line job you got. Yeah, Montgomery sure did. What about it? I said, that's my roommate, player. That's my roommate. Good man. Trained by Joe Moore. He said, Montgomery, you good coach? I said, yeah, man. A couple of weeks later, we back in Pittsburgh at our crib, and he said, John, you could go to UMass or you could go to Southern. Which one would you take? I said, Dog, I go to Southern. Oh, man, why you say that, dog? Why you say that? Bro, I said, trust me, you go to Baton Rouge, you going to see something down there going to spin your head off your shoulders.
Yeah, true story.
Hey. So he's walking one day in front of Lacumba's cage, and this showing up brick house is coming toward him with a hair braided up with them shells in it. Like Bo Derek had in team. Wow. Slim. Only Bo Derek was a 10, Kathy was a 12. Word I heard, they were inseparable from that point on.
No doubt, man. I mean, I met her in about a year, and 4 months later, we were married and been married for 35 years.
Oh man.
And I wasn't even planning to get married. That's what. Yeah. I mean, I thought I was going to be a perpetual bachelor. She kind of changed my point of view about life.
Man.
The good ones often do, Coach.
No doubt.
So, John, man, you the D coordinator at Hines Community College.
Right.
Now, my brother, you've been all over. But what led you to this position? We've never had a JUCO coach on our show. JUCO football. What led you to that, man?
To be totally honest with you, when I left Jackson State, I thought I was done. I really, I had started a little transportation business, and said, I'm finished, and and then I got to get a phone call that June. It's from Larry Williams. I coached Larry at Mississippi State. He was one of my players. He's the head football coach, and he said, Coach, he said, hey man, he said, I need a defensive coordinator. He said, I don't know if you're interested or not, but I'd sure love for you to come and work with me and work with this defense. And so I went over and visited and sat down with him, and long story short, decided to take the job. And I'm really glad I did, because it's really been an eye-opening experience for me. I mean, I've been really blessed because, you know how I am, John, about kids and coaching kids and pouring into kids. And it's like from day one, the kids in this program sort of gravitated towards me. I mean, offensive kids, defensive kids, they're constantly in my office wanting advice about recruiting, wanting advice about life. Obviously I preach to them all. But they're always there. I mean, they come by every day. And it's been really one of the most rewarding experiences I've had as a coach. And I can't even explain how gratifying it is to be able to do what I'm doing right now.
You mentioned you preached to them all. Now, John, how long have you been ordained?
I was ordained June 8th, 2001.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. God is doing a great work still in you, my brother.
Oh, no doubt. No
question. John, man, when you look at some of the programs that you were fortunate enough to be affiliated with, Slim, this brother was on Bill Snyder's original staff. Now, if you people don't understand it, Kansas State football, the stadium is named after Bill Snyder.
Right.
The new stadium. Kansas State football is a legitimate power in Power 5 football. Okay. All right. Yes. And whooped Oklahoma's behind 3 of the last 4 years. John Hendrick was on that original staff. Who was some more guys on that staff, John?
Bob Stoops, Jim Levitt, Mike Stoops, John Latina, who was back in the day with me and several other guys. It was a really good staff. Obviously, it was because you see where the program ascended to from those early years. You know, it was amazing because the year I left to move, I knew how good the team was, and it was the first bowl game that very next season. They played in the Copper Bowl. It was a 9-2 football team. And I was really blessed to have recruited Bills. Actually, I recruited his first round draft pick, Chris Canty, out from New Jersey and from Eastern High School in Voorhees, New Jersey.
Okay.
And
now,
and then you're
John, wasn't Mike Leach on that staff as well?
No.
Mike Leach wasn't there.
No, he wasn't.
But now hold up. There was a guy, was a GA for you all then, a fellow that people might know by the name of Brent Venables.
Brent was one of our players. We were coaching Brent.
He went to K-State?
Yeah, Brent was one of our players.
What?
Yeah, Brent played linebacker for us. You know, Mark Mangino was on that staff. I didn't mention Mark. And him and matter of fact, the offensive coordinator from North Carolina State, he was the GA for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
So man, you helped lay that foundation. You helped lay that foundation at K-State. John, in the SIAC, Chennis Berry got it going on at Benedict College.
I'm so proud of what he's doing at that program because, you know, John, you know, when we got there, man, that thing was, we had nothing.
Partner.
We didn't have a place to play, didn't have an office, equipment.
Listen, man, we were facilitated in that little gray house right next to the house where
I lived. I'd come out my back door and go in my front door, Mom.
You had that big long barbecue pit. I used to come up there and smoke turkeys and hams on them.
Yeah.
Man, John.
It was some good days, one
college, man, has got it going on. Chennis Berry, 6-0. And John, man, I know you got to be elated for Dion.
Yeah, Jackson
You got to
State.
be elated for that brother, for what he's done at Jackson State.
No doubt.
You had the job. They get rid of you, bring Dion in, and man, you know, you got to be elated for. But my point is, you've laid some foundations, my brother.
Well, you know what my pastor said. My pastor from Tampa, he always said. He said, "Man, you know, John, you know, you that's what you are." He said, "You know, some people plant." He said, "Looks like you're a planter." You know, some people water, and God grants the increase. And so,
ain't no question.
Well, you know, I mean, everywhere I've been really, really, really fortunate to be there. Been blessed to be there, and it's amazing how many different programs I pull for because I've had a lot of jobs.
Hey, Slim.
To say the least, Coach.
Hey, Slim. I told you he my twin. He my twin.
Yeah. I pull for a lot of people. Like SEC, I got two, LSU and Mississippi State. I got to pull for both of them. I spend time there. Texas A&M is in the SEC now. I got to pull for them now.
Listen. Slim. It's 1987. I just leave Texas A&M as a analyst and headed out to Nevada, Las Vegas.
And I took your place.
Hey, he's in between jobs. John's in between jobs. I said, Montgomery, what's up, man? Dude, I got looking for a gig, man. Looking for a gig. I said, John, get Jackie Sherrills. You played for him? I said, man, he took care of me big time, bro. You go down there for a year, you gonna land. When I left to go to Las Vegas, he took my spot. No question, man. But and John, before you get out of here, man, I would be remiss if I did not say this, man. How I mentioned it when I introduced you. Slim, I got to tell you this, man. From 1998 to 2005, that's 7 years. That's God's perfect number. I was out of football. And I'm telling you, dog, I couldn't get arrested, okay? I couldn't get a gig. Listen, and I would crawl up in bed next to your mom, my tears streaming down my cheek. Andrew, you think I would ever get a job? And your mama said, just keep writing your plays. Just keep drawing your plays. Just keep drawing your plays. 2005, John Hendrick called me. He said, John, I got an O-line job open, and you are taking this job. Okay.
Yeah. You made a decision for me. I made one for you.
And here's how you know, and it will forever be a landmark in my faith walk, because it never occurred to me. He said, I'm sending the ticket to fly you in. Okay. He said, I wish I would be there to pick you up, but I got an engagement, something I got to handle. So he had Barris Grant pick me up.
Barris Grant.
He had Barris Grant pick me up. And Barris Grant picked me up and took me to the facility, Slim, and it never dawned on me the significance of it, because as I got out of that car, walked up on the steps of that little gray house and put my hand on the knob to walk in the football facility to start my career. It had been resurrected. It was on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday. 7 years out of football. Man, John.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
You my dog, man.
Thank you.
But John, I want to tell you this, and I make this public. You know, one of the worst mistakes I didn't take is I didn't bring you to Jackson State with me when I came here, and I should have done that. And that was bad on me. I should have done that. And you regret a lot of things in life. That's one thing that I regret.
Well, my brother, let me tell you something, brother. We together now, and we gonna be together forever. God bless you. God keep you,
brother.
My best to Kathy, Amber Boo, tell all by herself.
All by herself.
And John Melvin. John Melvin.
Tell my dog I said what's up, man.
No doubt.
Thanks, man.
No doubt. Thanks.
Coach,
I appreciate
thanks for being on the show. Thanks,
man, I had a blast, man. You guys keep doing what you're doing. This is going to be blessed in a way that you got that's going to blow your mind.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you, John. Love you, man. And go Hines. Go Hines.
No doubt. Hopefully we win these next couple and we get these playoffs.
There you go, bro. There you go, bro.
Right.
Thanks, man. Thanks, y'all.
I didn't know he was ordained. He was ordained to Benedict.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know he was ordained.
Slim, John Hendrick was an associate pastor for Darrell Jackson at Bible Way. No question. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good times, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's time! My boy Slim gonna pick him. Go ahead, dog.
You know it. Chennis Berry and Benedict College. They are 6-0, Coach, and they are at Albany State taking on Gabe Gabrina. And Albany State is 5-1, by the way. Now, in the last 4 games, Albany State has put up 153 points, only giving up 30. Now, since that loss to FAMU, 13-23, they've been doing pretty good. Who you got winning the game?
Boy, I'm tell you something, Slim. I ain't never gonna go against the Bros. I'm always gonna go for my frat, and Chennis Berry doing a hell of a job, but that could be a trap. Them Albany State Rams are for real. I'm gonna go for Chennis. I'm pulling for you, Chennis, but you better screw your balls on tight, dog, because I'm telling you, them boys from Albany State are for real.
Yeah, they can score, Coach. FAMU, speaking of, 4-2, on the road, taking on Hugh Jackson and Grambling, 1-5. Big road win last week. South Carolina State, Coach, for FAMU, they won. 4-0 since they've got all their players back eligible. Now, in my opinion, Coach, these are two teams heading in the opposite direction. What's your take?
Exactly. You've spoken. You have spoken correctly. Ain't no question about it. I look for Willie Simmons to go to Grambling, come out of that thing 5-2. Slim, Grambling 1-5 in the second week of October. Slim, I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Well, no, hold on now, Coach, because when y'all won the SWAC back in 2011, didn't y'all start off 1-4?
We did. Yeah, Slim, we did. But it's a whole nother dynamic, Slim. Had Doug Williams for a head football coach.
Okay.
Byron Brown, head coach at Lane, as we speak, offensive coordinator. Sammy White, coaching the wide receivers. and I was coaching the offensive line. So it's a whole nother dynamic, Slim, a whole nother dynamic. But now, hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no.
Grambling going 1-6. They're going to lose the FAMU at home.
I got you, Coach. Fred McNair and Alcorn State, Coach. They're 3-2, taking on Eric Dooley and Southern, also 3-2. Big question in this one, Coach, is who takes the West in the SWAC? Because it's pretty obvious who's going to win the East. Prairie View had a golden opportunity. They're 3-3, by the way. Prairie View had a golden opportunity to seal the West in a way last week, but they pissed down the side of their leg, Coach. They lost to Southern 45-13 at home.
Right down the side of their leg. Right,
Coach, this game is going to tell us a lot.
Yeah, no question about it, Slim. And quite frankly, I look for Fred McNair to go to Baton Rouge and win. Slim, Fred McNair and them Alcorn Braves were strong enough to go to McNeese and win. I think that's they go to Baton Rouge and win. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Slim, I look for Alcorn to win the West. I sure do.
I like that assumption, Coach. I got the same thing.
Okay.
Now we got to talk about this situation, Coach. Homecoming, Alabama State. They lost to Jackson State. That's the first thing. Why would you schedule Jackson State for homecoming? That's just number one. Number two, Deion Sanders and Eddie Robinson they exchanged some unpleasantries at the end of the game, Coach. Eddie Robinson was quoted saying, "He ain't SWAC."
I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Marino Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the SWAC. He ain't SWAC.
Oh yeah.
We gotta talk about that one, Coach. Now, what exactly was he talking about? He ain't SWAC.
Well, Slim, the big thing, and that thing going viral, dog. That video,
viral, Coach. It's all over the place. Stephen A done had their way with it. Undisputed done had their way with it. I mean, Good Morning Football. It's all over, Coach. It's all over.
Yeah, they were talking about that on Good Morning America. Ain't no question. But, first of all, you schedule Deion Sanders for homecoming, all right? That's been on prime times bulletin board since the spring.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Now, understand this. Deion Sanders' arrogance is a part of his makeup. That's what makes him. Now, he's a gifted athlete, arguably the greatest player in the history of the National Football League in anybody's top 5. Okay.
And he and Jerry Rice were going at it, Coach. That's when they was playing. They was at the 50-yard line scuffling.
Yeah.
With their hands right here.
Face mask locked and swinging lefts and rights.
He ain't new to this.
So Deion's arrogance is part of his makeup. Now, you needed the money. Okay? Let's get this out. Let's get this straight right now. Understand something, Slim. Alabama State Stadium, beautiful facility. Seats
26,500.
And it was running over at the rafters for homecoming. Now, wait a minute, hold on. Homecoming, everybody coming back to see a win. You come back to your alma mater to watch them win. Okay? But understand something. You schedule Jackson State. I promise you, Slim, that place wasn't packed to the rafters to watch no 2-2 Alabama State football team. Okay? That place was packed to the rafters to see Shadir Sanders, Travis Hunter,
and Deion Sanders.
Thank you very much. Okay? So now, the man whoop your ass at your homecoming. Okay?
Okay.
So now you go to your press conference and you write a check. Okay?
Yeah. He's basically saying, I hope he don't he said, I hope Deion Sanders doesn't take a Power 5 job. Yeah. I hope we get to schedule him again for homecoming next year.
Yeah. And then you catching feelings because he whipped you on your homecoming and he put his second team quarterback at the end of the game.
It's how he did it, Coach. It ain't what he did, it's how he did it. He put his backup quarterback in threw a hitch and go with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. And understand this. And Eddie Robinson Jr., he the bros. Well, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, Eddie. It's your job to keep the score down. That's your job, okay? Now, like I say, you knew what you was getting into when you scheduled that man for homecoming.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you done wrote this check now, Eddie. You talking about next year. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because since he ain't SWAC, let's discuss why he's not SWAC. Yeah. Was he not SWAC when he pledged to help improve Mississippi Valley State's college practice stadium and they football game field?
Yeah, thank you.
Was he not SWAC when he gave his trainers to Alcorn, his certified trainers to Alcorn State so that they could practice?
Yeah.
Was he not SWAC when he donated half his salary to make sure that Jackson State's facilities, practice facilities, and locker room were complete by the time season started?
Yeah, thank you.
I bet he wasn't SWAC when he did that too, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Come on now.
So, yeah, get real, Eddie. You need to get real, dog. For real. No question.
So, Coach, we done got the hot sauce.
All right.
You done got the burrito, excuse me. Now you done get the hot sauce.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know you look good to me.
With the hot sauce. Come with the hot sauce.
All right, so Buffalo, they 4-1. Kansas City, they're 4-1.
All right.
The Bills are averaging 2.5. The Bills are our 2.5 point favorite, Coach. They're averaging 30.4 points per game. That's second in the NFL. 440 yards of total offense. That's first in the NFL. And they're first in third down conversions at 55.7%. But Kansas City, they're operating close to 80% in the red zone at 78.3, Coach.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Ain't no question. And Kansas City is first in the league in scoring. They're averaging 31.8 points a game. Slim, that's going to be a throwdown. That's going to be a throwdown. Who going to win that game, dude?
I ain't never going against my homeboy, especially not an Arrowhead. Coach Patrick and Andy Reid is winning the game.
I like that, too. I like Kansas City as well. Mm-hmm.
Now, Dallas. This is Dallas is 4-1. Cooper Rush is in Philly taking on Jalen Hurts and the only undefeated team in the National Football League, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 5-0, Coach.
All right.
Dallas is averaging 4 sacks a game. They're only allowing 1 touchdown on the road. The Dallas defense.
They've allowed 1 rushing touchdown. 1 rushing
touchdown per game. Dallas defense bends, but it does not break, Coach. They're only giving up 4.7 per rush attempt. Now, for Philly, A.J. Brown, 90 yards per game, 15 yards a catch. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert are averaging a first down per catch, and Jalen Hurts got 6 rushing touchdowns, averaging 50 yards a game. It seems like, to me, what Dallas does not do well, Philadelphia excels in.
And you would be spot on correct, my son. Philly can run that rock. And while Dallas is good enough on defense to go deep into the playoffs. That boy, Michael Parsons, he's the gospel truth. Mm-hmm. And they can rush the quarterback, okay? Now, they're averaging 4 sacks a game. They're for real on defense. I don't think Cooper Rush can go to Philly and come out there with a W. What Dallas does not defend well, Slim, they're giving up almost 5 yards per rush attempt. Their rush defense is not well, and Philly can run the football. So I look for Philadelphia to remain undefeated, go 6-0. And the hard part comes up now on that Dallas schedule, oh, by the way. So you better hurry up and get well, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, for real. Now, Coach, in the FBS, we are at the halfway point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to tell who is for real, who's legit, and who needs to quit. Let's look at the preseason top 10 rankings, all right?
Too legit.
It got you thinking about the MC Hammer song, didn't it? Yeah. Too legit to quit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alabama's number 1.
Okay, they legit. Alabama number 1. They legit. in the preseason poll, Alabama was number 1, and Slim, Alabama's legit. Slim, here's how you know Alabama's legit. Alabama brought Texas A&M came there. They beat them with their backup quarterback. That boy killed, what's his name?
Jalen. His name is Jalen Milroe. Milroe.
Yeah, he's straight up out of Katy High School, Katy, Texas.
He was in Katy High School last year, Coach.
Slim, that boy was in high school last year, and you on prime time national television, okay? Mm-hmm. And the spotlight's on you. Bryce Young can't play, and you brought your team to victory over a preseason top 10 team, but Texas A&M ain't no real preseason top team. Slim, they NTQ need to
quit.
Thank you. You done lost 2 in a row.
Uh-huh.
All right. You lose to Appalachian State. Okay. You're 3-2. You done lost 2 in a row. And you're in Jimbo Fisher, you're in year 5, and you ain't no better. You ain't no better.
Yeah. Ohio State, Coach.
Ohio State, they legit. Ohio State is better on defense, and that's the difference than they were last year. That Stroud kid, he good, they can score, but Ohio State can stop people. So Ohio State's legit. No question. They legit. Georgia's legit. They survived a little scare up in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri gave them a scare, but they legit. Mm-hmm. Clemson's legit. They certainly are.
Youngly. The only reason Clemson's legit, man, is because they in a hoop league. The ACC is a hoop league, bro.
Well, we'll see. I think that that quarterback you just called, what's his name?
DJ Uiagalelei.
Okay, he's a big time player. They've got some defense around him. They survived the Wake Forest scare, and but I think Clemson was worthy of the top 10 preseason pick. They're legit, no question.
Notre Dame, Coach.
Notre Dame, the jury's still out. I'm not gonna say they're not legit. I ain't gonna say that they need to quit. Here's the thing about Notre Dame, Slim. Notre Dame's schedule is favorable. If you look at their games remaining, okay, I think they got Syracuse left.
They got Stanford next, UNLV, and then they got Syracuse.
And Slim, they've won 3 in a row. They should win those 3. They could be on a 6-game win streak by the time they hook up and play Clemson.
That's a redemption game, Coach. That's a redemptive game right there.
Yeah, and hey, you know, they got Notre Dame football players now. This ain't Molly Putz, so they got some ballers. So if they can run the table, the schedule, Slim, then they close out with USC. Okay, yeah. So by the time they've lost 2, they ain't going to the CFP, but their schedule, if they can take care of their business, they could merit a top 10 preseason pick. Yeah, no question.
With Navy and Boston College in between both those games, Coach. Texas A&M at 6.
Hell no. NTQ need to quit. You can't trust them. Slim, big shout out to my boy Dennis Ransom. Was a tight end freshman from Italy, Texas, and he was a heck of a player. I coached the scout team tight ends when I was a part of the Southwest Conference Championship team, 1986. Dennis Ransom was a freshman on that team, had a great career at A&M, played a couple of years in the National Football League. But Dennis Ransom called Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher fool's gold. That's what he called. Yeah, no, they need to quit. Texas A&M need to quit. No question.
Utah, Coach.
Utah, they NTQ, and I'm gonna tell you why, Slim. Yeah, Southern Cal and UCLA, they running things on the West Coast.
Both undefeated, Coach.
Yeah, both undefeated and running things on the West Coast. So now Utah need to quit, at least for the 2022 season. They ain't legit.
Michigan.
I'm going to say they're legit. Now, we're going to know even more about them after Saturday. They host James Franklin, and them Penn State Nittany Lions. And so we're going to know more about Michigan, and we're going to find out if Penn State is legit, too.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Hell no. NTQ. Need to quit. Man.
Just next, Coach. Baylor.
Baylor.
Same thing.
Need to quit. Couldn't beat Oklahoma State. The Big 12 conference is hot garbage. Anytime your top teams in your league are Kansas State, and TCU, you got issues, bro.
You got problems.
You got issues. Yeah. Need to NTQ. Need to quit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Coach, we mentioned Oklahoma football, and it is down. It's turtle tits low at an all-time low. Question is, Coach, how do we fix it?
It's gonna be a haul. That's not gonna be a quick fix, Slim. That is not going to be a quick fix at all. The big question about Oklahoma football, and this what's got the Sooner faithful scratching their heads. Is Brent Venables the man to take us from Norman, Oklahoma to the SEC?
To Africa.
Okay. What?
To Africa.
To Africa. Exactly. Okay? Because that's hey, listen, that's smack dab where they going. And if you're the Sooner faithful, this is the question that you need to be asking yourself. Is this the guy that can navigate that change? Can't worry about what that mess he got right now, because you ain't gonna fix that. But you better be looking at 2025 when you go into that SEC.
Yep.
The big thing, Slim, that concerns me as they do that, the big thing that concerns me as I look at Oklahoma football right now, Slim, he up there with 10 full-time coaches on his staff, and when he got the job, he only had 3 African-American coaches. Okay,
then
3.
That whole Cale Gundy thing happened.
Then that whole Cale Gundy thing happened, and he jerked the rug from under Cale Gundy's feet, as well he should have. And he inserted this boy LaDamian Washington, and Slim, he carrying the interim tag. Okay,
he ain't full time, Coach.
Thank you. He's interim. At least that's what the press guys say. He interim. So hold up, Slim. Hold up. Now you in Oklahoma, by God, and you up here. Hold up, with 3 black full-time coaches trying to go to Africa.
2, Coach. 2.
Slim. Lane Kiffin.
That old Miss got 5.
And Slim, he in Mississippi. You hear me?
Man. Mississippi? Come on.
He in Oxford. He is in Oxford, Mississippi with 5 black coaches.
Jimbo Fisher struggling right now at College Station, but he got 5.
He know where he is. He's in Texas. Slim. Texas is Africa. He got 5. Okay?
Kirby Smart at Georgia got 5.
He got 5. Thank you. And the last one, Slim,
Billy Napier at Florida got 6.
Billy Napier. Kudos to you, Billy Napier, because one thing about it, Billy Napier got enough sense to understand where he is. He's in the state of Florida, and that's why he got 6 black assistants. Now, hold up now. Hold up, Brent Venables. Flag on the play, baby. You in Oklahoma, by God, up here, and you ain't got but 3? Are you kidding me? Slim, hold up. Amen. Well, yonder in the Indian Nation, rode my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. That's where I'm from. That's the heart of Boomer Sooner. And I'm from the part called Little Dixie, southeast Oklahoma. And you sitting up here, Brent Venables, in 2022, trying to take your football team to the SEC. We talked about all them southern cities last week on the show, and you sit up here with 3 black and 1 interim. And get the hell out of here. Now, he better fix that. Slim, he better fix that in a hurry.
Real quick, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a minimum of at least 6.
Thank you. Hold up. Billy Napier in Florida got 6, and you up there in Oklahoma, by God, and you ain't got but 3. Man, get the hell out of here,
Ain't
man.
gonna work, Coach. That ain't gonna work. Man, Coach, it's a pleasure being in the studio with you again. You got John Hendrick. 2 Johns, 2 brothers. This was amazing. Coach, appreciate you being a part of today's show, man.
Yeah, man. John, we love you, man. All the best, man, to your family, man, and all the best in your endeavor, coordinating that Hines Junior College football team, man. All the best. Slim, man, give my best to last one of them up there, good old Dale City, Oklahoma.
You know I will, man. Tell Mom I love her.
I will, player. I sure will. Take care.
See you, Coach.
And finally, going into the 2022 football season, one of the hottest seats in college football belonged to Syracuse University head football coach Dino Babers. Dino, my brother, you off to a hell of a start. You 5-0. But now them was the cupcakes. So now you got NC State, Clemson, Notre Dame, Pitt, Florida State, Wake Forest, and Boston College left. Go save yourself, my brother. Hey, and that's how I see it. 6 o'clock, straight up and down.
Ooh, Coach, that's a schedule left right there. I'll tell you what.
Hey, man, but hey, at least he going into this last run undefeated.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Coach, because what's-called got whacked already. Scott Frost didn't make it.
Yeah, well,
but no.
It, man. I hope he make it. Hope the brother make it. Go save yourself, Dino Babers. Go save yourself, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of HomeSpun Sports. Sports talk with a twist.
Just a twist.
Of down-home wisdom. Coach Hendrick, thank you so much for being a part of our show today. It was good to have you back on. We missed you, man. We missed you, Coach. We really did. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure not only to check this episode out on YouTube, but on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and now SoundCloud for your listening and viewing pleasure. Coach, we got a new platform. We got a new platform, Coach. We got a new platform.
He the producer. You go.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, y'all go like this video. Go hit the comments. Like the video. Stay subscribed for the content. It's all free. It's all live. It's all for you. It's off, y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got the trivia question, Coach.
Can't forget the trivia question.
How
many NFL Hall of Famers does Jackson State University have?
Y'all got the question. Y'all know the rules. Hit the comments. Stay subscribed and like the video. Hey, Coach.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna get up out of here, man.
Hey, you ain't say nothing but a word, dog. Hey. What? Sit. Bang. Bang. Give him a 2-piece. Bang, bang. All right.